and also because like in my menu now I'm getting 100 frames per second when I'm sitting here at the menu, and before I used to only get like 30 or 40. So I found,
Ooh,
yeah,
get you.
found a nice little video, but I had to alter some config files as well as my in-game file. You dig it?
Oh, that sounds like a process.
Actually, it was real simple and easy. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Let me see
So
if I
what's it
can...
done then?
Hmm? It's boosted my frames by quite a bit.
Yeah, but what has it done? Is it lowered what?
I'm copying the link now to the video, and I'm gonna email it to you, or I'm sending it to you on a messenger. So you can watch the
I put
same
it
video.
No, but I'm just asking, what does it change? It's no
Uh,
good putting it through on Messenger, because I can't do anything.
well, so it changes the rendering distance, the shadows, like it changes a few things in the config folder as far as the rendering distance goes, and then there's something about the maximum texture limit that the game... I didn't really understand what one of the properties that you changed was. It had something to do with like maximum texture count in the game for the scene that's trying to load around you or something of that effect. The other, but long and the short was, one of it changed the rendering distance to 1300, which I'd imagine is in meters, which anything outside of that you can't effectively shoot at anyways, really. You know what I'm saying? So the game now looks a lot different than it did when I had all the settings all cranked up, thinking my SLI cards could run this game on max settings, you know? I don't know what I was thinking. But doing the alteration
It's
of
not
the...
well optimized.
Yeah, I know. There was an optimization in the general DayZ config file, and then there was a small little thing you had to do inside your personal file, and once, like, those are the two places I saw the biggest gains. And then I went in and I did what he had suggested as far excuse me, as far as my configuration settings go. For like objects on normal, terrain on low, clouds disabled, shadows on low, rendering everything's disabled, HDR quality is set for very low. You know what I'm saying? And then for the textures, texture filtering's disabled, but texture details set on very high. Screen resolution, rendering resolution set at 100. And basically following his little advice.
We didn't get very far, did we?
No.
We're still in Novo.
I'm actually running back to Novo now on this other guy. But yeah, following his advice, I've seen little visual differences. Obviously, I've seen the differences, but they're negligible. However, the amount of frame increase I got was worth it. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So if you watch that video...
Well, are you streaming now so I can look at your...
Yeah.
Okay, I'm loading up now then. Oh, wonderful. Give us feedback on this ad. I've seen it too many times. Once is too many.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yay, the stream's about 10 seconds behind. I can hear what I said in the past.
You can hear, but yeah. You might need to mute the stream.
Mute.
Yeah.
I can has mute.
So it should just be under the
video.
video.
I thought you were actually in game.
Oh, no, I'm about to be in game. Do you want to see like what my settings are, or did you want to see?
No, no. Fluff that. I want to see. I want to see what it actually looks like.
Looks like. Okay, let me get back on that server I was just on then. There's one person that just logged on to it. That's famous. That looks empty. Well, you know what? That server that I was just on just reset, so that's the one I want to log on to anyways.
The quality looks a lot better than all your other videos. You can tell
well, changing that bit rate, helped. Yeah.
Yay!
But now
Pitch black.
Yeah, well, the thing is
wonderful.
What I was doing before is cranking my gamma up, bang, and then be done with it.
Dirty.
Because then you can.
But the question is, you can't really see distances and whatever. Like
No, but I'm holding steady at about 35 to 40 frames, as to where normally I was only getting like 19. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was getting bad frame rates. It was pretty, but it was horrible frame rates. And now, like I was saying, there's some things that are different, like the visually I can see the difference in the terrain and on my backpack and with like the helmet and the V-Sync and stuff like that with objects in the distance, but the difference that I've noticed is really not that much versus getting 40 frames now when normally I would be getting 25, 20. Like, it's almost doubled up my FPS. And just so you can see what my medic guy's carrying, I got just some iron sights, NATO suppressor, odds and end pieces.
What iron sights? That's a cash tan sight.
No, the bud sights in my inventory. You'll see in the stream if you're watching the stream.
Hang on. Yeah, okay. I am. Oh, what the hell? What are they for?
Those are for an M4 if I ever did find one. Dragonoff mag. This is like my resupply guy. If I ever get killed, I want to restock off of this guy. Yeah, he's not necessarily... I mean, he's mediced out too, you see. In my jacket and pants, I have my medic equipment. But yeah, mostly it's for, like, depending on what I come across. I got a Mosin mag, a 911 mag, those car mags, the C mag.
You got two Stanags. Wow,
the Stanags.
That's awesome.
That's some jelly right there. The NATO suppressor is damaged, but I was happy to find a NATO suppressor, so if I ever do walk into an M4, I can immediately throw a suppressor and have 260 round mags for it.
Yeah. I missed the M4. I missed mine. Somebody lost it, didn't they?
I think they got killed with it or something. I forget what happened. I don't recall.
Had a very, very good weapon and still got killed by
yeah, I know.
Zeds.
I got an RB1 and an ACOG for the M4 if I ever do find one. I seen the ACOGs on the MP5s lately. It was like, what? What's this nonsense? Yeah, Zodi had an ACOG on an MP5. So, on the off chance I come across an MP5, I picked up one of those handrails. Not the regular one, but the one that has the Picatinny rail on it. You know how some are smooth on the sides and some are...
Yeah, I know what you mean, sorry.
It's the one for the
got a conversation behind.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I feel like you playing at night, because before I used to be able to see all of this. Now everything's wonky in the dark. It's not the same. Like everything used to look...
I'm entirely sure
Just black and white
what
and
the
gray.
changes are.
With
Because
what?
it's not because you're not put it in daytime. I can't really
Yeah, we can't see
compare.
yet.
So your
Well,
choice of a dark server has kind of made it difficult for me to say, yeah, I'll go and mod my game a little bit.
Okay. Let me find. There's gonna be a populated server, but let me find another server.
No, there's loads of daytime servers. You know, with hardly anybody on. It's UK time. Midday. You know? You hear?
Duct tape. No need no duct tape. Wait, what is this? No more duct tape. Alright, daytime server. Here we go. Let's find one. 9:30 in the morning. That ought to work. Speaking of 9:30, it's 8:37. Awesome. I have 1 hour, and then I gotta go to work for a couple of hours, and then I'm coming home to pass the fuck out for a couple of hours. I'm theoretically
not a
supposed
good idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm theoretically supposed to go play hockey tonight. Good news is, if I do this right, I'll wind up going to bed at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and getting up at like 5 or 6 tomorrow morning. I kind of want to switch my schedule like I was telling you before. It's about that time where I need to start trying to get up at 5, 6 a.m. and game a few hours in the morning versus staying up late. Because then that way at least I could go into work after, like, it feels good, man. Woke up, little one went to, her field trip. I'm getting to play some DayZ for an hour or two before work. You can't fucking go wrong with that.
Gives you a long ass day.
It just makes a short night. And the other thing too, as I was thinking, is it'll also be nice waking up at 5 to ring you at 11 a.m. your time. Hey, fucker.
I'm at work. I've been at work for 4 hours.
Well, no, on the days you're not at work, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be nice that instead of you having to stay up till 7 in the morning kind of deal, like a game during your daytime, early morning my time. That doesn't...
And you still can game a little bit in the evening, because I can push myself to midnight my time, can't I?
Mm-hmm. Dude,
Unlike yesterday, 3 a.m.
Yeah, you stay up some nights till 3, 4, 5 in the morning, I know. Because it's midnight, 1, 2 in the morning my time. Alright, here we go. Daytime server coming up.
Yay. Now I'll be able to really be able to tell. That's the important thing. Because I've got my stream going from last night. So I can pull that out. Give that its own separate little screen. Pull the other one out. Give the other one a separate screen. Ha ha ha.
I mean, my guy's got the fucking shakes.
Well,
but you can see just by looking at my backpack and my character, the difference is like really not even noticeable. But I notice a huge difference in how smooth the game feels now. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just feels more.
Well, what's the difference with the backpack? Because
well, no, like it used to look real sharp, real crisp. But that's what I'm saying is.
That's probably the
still
filter
looks good.
No,
it still looks good. Yeah, it was the post-processing filtering. Here, I'll show you. Video quality, no. Rendering. Yeah, post-process quality. We'll go to normal. We'll go to very high. Disabled. Actually, alright, let's go to normal. Close, close, close. And I don't know if you can see just a little bit of a difference with the smooth. Like, I can see it when I click it. Obviously, you got the lag.
Oh, that's not going to work. You need anti-aliasing enabled before all that will work.
Oh, well, then that's even better. Yeah, see, all that being disabled doesn't
really change as much.
Yeah.
Because if you got your anti-aliasing on, well, at least with mine, everything will happen.
Well, like, you see how those houses there looking down there is blurry now?
Well, the thing is, what you've got is you've got the alpha coverage thing turned off, so everything looks generally ugly no matter what. If you put your anti-aliasing on low, and then put your alpha coverage on to all trees and grass, and that shouldn't take too much out of your frame rate, I don't think, and still put it back to pretty much the quality you had before.
All trees and grass. And then that's
so you watch it in the background. Yeah.
And then my frames have dropped from the 40s to the 30s. They dropped about 10.
Oh, good, yeah, that's a bit much.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect that.
But
yeah, can you tell the difference?
I noticed a huge difference, yeah. It looks much prettier downrange. Much better looking downrange.
I'm surprised it took 10 off though.
So yeah, but it was at 10 frames. I was in the 30s, 40s, now I'm at 24, 25 on the frames.
Maybe I'll have to go with the ugliness.
See, and that's just it, is, it's noticeable, but then again, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
It's really, with this game, I reckon if you can get over 30 constantly in like big
high traffic
cities,
area,
you're swimming, swimming in the gravy.
And so that's kind of what I was shooting for, was just dropping my frames low enough to where, or dropping my graphics to a point where I could keep my frame rate up. So yeah, I'm at like 29, 32, dipping down into like 24, 20. Just depends on what's going on. But for the most part...
10 more frames than me. I just can't tell the difference in the distance. Is it like what I've got or not? Definitely looks smoother through the stream.
Let me also...
I might have to I'm gonna get in on mine and fiddle about.
Rah! That's not what I wanted to do. But it looks better. I mean, smoother. In between that bit rate and then the increase on my FPS in game, it should be... like, I should be real close to being as optimal as it's gonna get for me.
Alarm, alarm!
Yeah.
What's that for?
Saying it's 8:45 or 8:35 to wake the fuck up. 8:45, yep.
Well, wake up then. What are you doing asleep? Now is no time to be asleep. What time you got to be at work?
Me, 9:30.
Ah. So you've got about 15 minutes before you've got to scoot.
No, I literally have to leave my house at 9:30 to walk downstairs
Wow.
maybe 20 yards to go to my business.
Whew. Talk about America being a big country and you've just moved 20 yards.
No, dude, I've learned the hard way. There's a few things that really will affect the quality of your life, and one of them is living close to where you work.
Hmm.
Not having to commute to and from work is a huge... I used to have to commute an hour, hour and a half each way. That's 3 hours out of my 7 to 10 hour day. You know, it's just like, it's shit bonkers bananas. 10 hour, 12 hour days turn into 15, 18 hour days quick just because of 3 hour commute time.
I think you've got the wrong end of stick of what I was saying by the sounds of it.
What's that?
As in, it's ideal to live on top of your work.
Oh yeah, hell yeah it is. I'm wondering if that bitch is gonna come running after me or not. But oh well. We'll find out here in a minute.
Oh dear. Hang on, I'm gonna have to... I don't know what's gone wrong here. I can't even get past the early access bit.
Did you watch that video?
Can't you?
He's got some
can't do
settings in there
with my
for
computer, hang on.
no splash and no pause when you alt-tab out. It doesn't make a difference on your frames per second, but it does help with just your general loading of the game. And
I can't even bring up my task manager to
crashed.
fix my issue. No, it's worse than that. The game's not crashed, it's just overlaying everything. And I can't alt tab onto it to get it to alt tab away. Oh, I think that just worked. Yay. Alright, okay. I've just alt entered and it's minimized it nicely. Ha 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 ha. Victory for me. Alright. Hey, shooting.
Zombies begging to be killed.
Right, here goes the fun testiness of this.
And I just got to the edge of Novo.
Oh, well done. Right. I hate it when it does that. It's got that join game button and it just disappears. And then you have to click it again. It's like, oh.
Why are you teasing me?
You big tease.
Alright, nothing really over here useful. I need some green or black spray paint. Would prefer black, but I'll take green. I don't give a shit. Just gotta get off these bright orangish red mags.
Oh, interesting. I still have a 10 to my hands.
Ooh, is that a 357? It sure enough is a Magnum. Do I drop the Amphibia for the Magnum? Oh wow, another white balaclava.
Right, I'm going to start playing around with the settings like mad to try and get some frames while we're in Novo, because I know that usually gives me the biggest problem with
the headache. Yeah.
Yeah. So is it. Objects high, very high. Normal terrain. Clouds low, very low.
What's that?
Shadows
for my
very
settings?
low. Nah, I'm just going through things, trying through the motions.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want clouds disabled.
I want to have my cake
terrain.
and eat it.
Listen, objects on normal, terrain on low, clouds disabled, shadows on low.
Well, what's the point of having your objects like that? Because, you know, you can't see in with the binoculars and things.
Yeah, you can. I see just fine.
No, but you know what I mean.
it's for the you want the frames, right? Just try them on that settings, and then you can adjust, I guess, from there.
Very high disable, normal, disable, very low, 100. Right, I have to turn off the aliasing, won't I? There we go. Disabled, disabled, disabled. No, my luck, I'm probably going to get hardly anything. My PC's not as uber as yours.
Mine's not that uber.
Well, mine's been patched up since 2010, so... And the patch up has only been an old 2010 i5 from an i3. And then doubling the graphics card power. Oh, it's ugly and it's still only low frames.
Real ugly?
Oh, I've just pitched a tent, aren't I? Awesome. Well, it might not help that I've got some things in the background. Let's see, what can I cut off? An arm and a leg. No, that's not going to help. I don't know what the quality of my stream's like, that's the thing. I mean, I'm still getting 12 frames in the middle here, that's not good at all.
I found both a can of black and green spray paint. I just lucked out there.
Oh, well done. You've got a choice now. Too much choice.
Oh, I gotta take this phone call.
Okay.
Hello? Hey, what's going on, Mom?
Maybe I should just stop streaming altogether. Only takes a couple of frames off me, wow. Actually.
Alright. This is Mama Duke's. Got a couple minutes.
Well, the funny thing is, I've just done a load of changes. If I put everything, blanket everything pretty much normal, I still get 10 frames a second.
Just really?
It's just stuck on 10 frames a second. Ambient occlusion and all that stuff's on as well.
Have you... See, and this is where I bet if you try doing the changes in the actual config file, like I did, is where you'll see your biggest performance gains.
Well, what I'm thinking of doing is just not even bother streaming.
No, try it. Try the config file change.
Well, I don't think... Well, I need a better processor is what it is.
But I mean... I gotta be honest, it made a difference on mine. It'll probably make a difference with you if you... I wouldn't... How do I put it? I wouldn't recommend it if I didn't think it'd make a difference. I wouldn't waste my time recommending it if I didn't think it would make a difference. and with your computer, you need all the frames you can get. So something like that would be pretty big, especially if it gives you 10 or 15 extra frames, you know what I'm saying? It might be what gets you over that hurdle, and makes the game just run that much smoother for you.
Well, it's a nice thought, but I just don't think it's anything to do with that sort of thing. I reckon it's mostly just,
alright, what's your frame rate right now? Are you in game?
Yeah, my frame
rate. And you've
rate's
done all the changes?
Oh, I'm sat at 12, 11, something like that.
And
Stood still at the minute.
And what kind of changes have you done? Like, you've turned everything...
Well, I went from one extreme to down, and then one extreme to up, and they're basically not changing at all. At the minute, I've got textures, normal, normal. Quality, all normal. Rendering, normal anti-aliasing. Alpha coverage on. No edge smoothing, that's all disabled. Very low HDR. Enabled ambient occlusion. And I have got normal processing.
Alright.
You know how it costs you 10 frames a second?
Yeah.
Putting the coverage on, it costs me 1. Yeah. Go figure.
No, okay, that's you there. Hey, what's going on? The,
What's up?
is that worn? Mine's worn too.
AK-74 there.
Yeah, no, I already got
Loads
one.
of mags for him.
I'm pretty much tapped out on mags. No, it was the, what made the difference, I'm telling you, what made the difference was changing those couple of little settings in the DayZ config file, and then changing the settings. If you watch that video, the first 2 steps, one is a config file for DayZ, the other is a config file that might just say your player name or whatever, but it's immediately below that. Changing those 2 config file settings are what made the difference. Like, normally I would be in the teens right now, and I'm at 25. Normally I'd be in the like low teens, and the game would be choppy too. Like, the game doesn't look at nowhere near as choppy as it did. Yeah, it looks a little worse, don't get me wrong, but the little bit of worse isn't bad enough to where I can't see players. So what's your frames at now? I'll bet you, if you were to take note of what your frames are right now, okay? You got that?
Hang on, you know you changed the config files. You could just copy them and send them email. Couldn't you?
No. No. Just, I'll walk you through it, okay? I'll even walk you through it. Alright, first, you know what your frames are right now, and you know how to get everything back to the way it is right now, right? So,
yeah.
Just try doing what I want to try, and then I gotta go to work, and if you don't like it, you can go back and you can tell me to suck a dick. Alright, first things first.
I probably will do.
Are you logging out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When you get to the main menu, don't exit the game. You're gonna need to change some of the texture. Alright,
I'm coming back into the game. I didn't realise.
Oh no, you didn't need to be in the game. Yeah, you don't need to be in the game. But yeah, if you get back in the game, yeah, that's fine. Let me know when you're in the game, and we'll set this up, and then we'll go to those config files, and then when you get back in the game, we'll see if there's a difference in your frames per second.
Well, if it's just setting it up to see if there's a change.
No, I think this will
make...
make...
change anything in-game, do I?
Yeah, you do.
Because I did just try everything that you said earlier, and it didn't make much of a difference.
Yeah, I know. It will in a minute. It didn't make a difference because I think the config file needs to be set for it to really make an effect. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. So are you out of the game? You're not logging back in, correct?
It's tried to load the game up.
Oh, okay. Because I don't care what we do. I just want to get this done. Because I honestly think it'll get you a couple more, and not like a couple, but like a significant difference.
Well, I reckon if I can leave all of my graphical settings as they are now, making no changes, and it bumps me up 10 frames a second, that would be brilliant. Because I can play this game on 20 frames.
20 is the lowest. Yeah, 20 is about the lowest I can play it on. When it gets down into the teens, it's too slideshowy.
I mean, if I'm not I'm keeping the stream on.
Yeah, keep the stream
just
going
to keep
so you
the
can
frames
test
as
it.
They are. But if I don't have the stream on, I get 30 on, and that's awesome. But okay, let's go for it. What do you want me to change?
In the game?
That is.
Okay. Configure video, quality, objects, normal, terrain, low, clouds, disabled, shadows, low for quality, okay? Textures, texture detail, very high, video memory set on audio, and texture filtering set on disabled.
Hang on, it's gonna have to load now. I've done that.
Oh, okay.
So, auto video memory, disabled texture. This is all changing the stuff in game.
Disabled texture filtering. Texture detail set on very high.
Yeah.
Rendering. Okay.
Yeah. Disabled anti-aliasing, I bet.
No, set it on low. All trees and grass. Disable edge smoothing. Disable ambient occlusion. Disable post-process quality. And just, yeah, HDR quality on very low. And then bloom all the way down, rotation blur all the way down. Alpha to coverage, all trees and grass. Alright? And then your interface, whatever your monitor resolution is, size on normal, blah blah blah. Just make sure your rendering resolution is at 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Close that all out.
So that's all that.
Exit the game now.
Goodbye, game. Bye bye.
And I'm gonna have to do the same, but it's just because I gotta go to work. So I'm just gonna log out right here, but then I can tell you what these settings are.
Because you know what you're doing.